Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I thought I'd bring another theory I want to send your way. So a few days ago it was announced that casting had officially begun for the highly anticipated Game of Thrones prequel show, House of the Dragon. This show was announced about a year ago, maybe less than a year ago. It is set as a prequel series, a show that is set 300 years before the events of the series Game of Thrones. I believe it's based off the source material Fire and Blood, and of course, House of the Dragon refers to House Targaryen, which is where Daenerys and her family descend from. Pretty good bet that we're going to be going back to Westeros, and we're going to see it during a time when the Targaryens ruled. How they ruled and how they conducted themselves, I'm sure will be explored on the show. But the thing that I was wondering about, because this was one of my favorite parts of Game of Thrones, this is actually the reason why I started watching it several years ago. I was late to joining this particular bandwagon. A friend of mine recommended to me to watch it because as soon as he mentioned giants riding on mammoths, I was like, excuse me? He's like, yes, there's a scene where there are giants riding on mammoths. And finally, I binge watch all of it, and I get right to the end of season 4 to one of my favorite episodes where they're defending the wall, and sure enough, there is a giant riding a damn mammoth, and it is awesome! Unfortunately, that is the only time throughout that series we got to see a mammoth. We got to see giants pop up here and there occasionally throughout the rest of the show, but that was our only time we saw a mammoth. So I'm thinking, now that we're going back to Westeros and this is a prequel show set before the events of Game of Thrones, could we see the giants riding mammoths return once more? I think there's a pretty good chance. You know, they may show us a few episodes what life is like at the wall with the Night's Watch, conducting themselves during a Targaryen regime, and at that point they would still be fighting the wildlings, and that would include the giants and the mammoths. So why not include them? I don't see any reason why not to. I'm sure they'll have a much bigger budget, or maybe about the same size budget as Game of Thrones, because the budget got bigger every year with every season as the show got increasingly popular, except for the final season, which left people, split at best, or maybe not split. But anyway, I think there's a pretty good chance we could see the giants and mammoths return to House of the Dragon. At least I certainly hope so, because I was so bummed we only got to see one awesome episode that featured the mammoths. Like I said, the giants appeared scattered throughout the rest of the series after that. But man, it sure would be awesome to see giants riding mammoths once again. And not just once, like multiple times, maybe throughout the first season or for however many seasons this show can go. All we know right now is that there's only one season so far. It's going to consist of 10 episodes, and it's supposed to come out on HBO in 2022. Filming supposedly begins next year, but due to the ongoing pandemic, who knows if that'll come to fruition. But what do you guys think? Do you want to see giants riding on mammoths again in House of the Dragon? Let me know your thoughts and your theories down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend if I don't see you. And of course, until next time, winter is coming.